Let's continue this edition of physical fitness assessment. Okay, we've talked about resting measurement. We've also talked about body composition. So the episode 3 now is we're going to be talking about what we call cardiovascular endurance. Cardiovascular endurance. That means what what is the extent of load that your cardiovascular system. When we say cardiovascular system, we've talked about in the previous video that cardiovascular system simply means your heart and your blood vessels. So cardiovascular endurance now is the quantity of load, quantity of work that your cardiovascular system can actually what handle for a particular period of time or over an extended period of time. And the best approach of actually what arriving at that cardiovascular endurance is what we call VO2 max. And for you to get your VO2 max, yeah, these are the various components that actually what being used in arriving at VO2 max figure. The first on the list is we have what we call a 3 minute step test with a bench of 12 inches at 96 beats per minute. So we have that. Then we also have a recovery. We'll do this recovery. We'll take your heart rate after this particular step test. Then alternative for that particular step test, we have a 1 mile walk test. Yeah, the person is actually what placed to walk on an estimated 1 mile duration. So it's either the person will give the person a distance of 1 mile to walk while we are monitoring it, or we simulate this 1 mile walk. And at the end, we check the person's heart rate, we check his weight, and using that weight and his heart rate, we arrive at what we call uh, an estimated VO2 max. Now, there's also a third method of arriving at this VO2 max, which is what we call a metabolic cart, using a metabolic cart machine and a treadmill. So that one is actually what is let me use the word, the gold standard of arriving at VO2 max. But in case whereby the metabolic cart equipment is actually not that valuable because it's a high-end machine and it's very expensive, meaning that it's pricey. So not every facility may actually be able to have it. So the one mile walk test or the step test is actually what's being used to do this computation. You understand? So this is where we're going to draw the curtain for cardiovascular endurance, and the 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 unit for it is what we call VO2 max estimation. So do what to like this video, and I'll talk to you guys in the